Hello, hello. Right, so I guess the first question is, have you seen footage like this before?
So I have seen some footage from it. I'm trying to remember what video that was from, but I want to say about 15 years back there was one that came out that was pretty graphic.
That might have been Earthlings or Land of Hope and Glory. Was it a whole documentary or just?
Now where am I trying to think? Yeah, no, I have seen this footage before. Sorry, I'm totally blanking on where. Not like. Yeah, I think it was with slaughtering pigs. I haven't seen anything with the dairy industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think of it? Did you know that stuff like this happened in the dairy industry before?
No, like this is obviously awful. I did have one of my friends growing up. His parents, they ran a dairy farm. And so, I had some sense of what would happen, although it wasn't quite in the industrial way where you see here.
Right. Well, this isn't an industrial farm. This is actually a family homestead.
Right.
They're killing this pig to eat themselves.
Right.
We're trying to show a broad spectrum of animal agriculture, both the industrial stuff and the small family farms. So what do you think of this one?
Yeah, we have the ability to kill animals quickly. And, I don't eat meat, but some people still eat meat.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to make a judgment on that. But we have
Why
the ability.
Why don't you eat meat?
Well, I guess, because I don't like seeing animals treated like this. There's financial reasons as well. It's just cheaper not to eat meat. And the environment can't really afford 6 billion people consuming meat in the same capacity that we do right now in North America.
So do you think, you said you don't like to judge other people for eating meat.
Right.
But isn't the situation where there are victims of a choice, might that be a situation where judgment is warranted?
Yeah, I guess what I think is that because this is historically we've eaten meat for, as human beings, we've eaten meat for as long as as long as we've been humans. We started off as hunter and gatherers. So this is a shift, moving away from that.
Yeah.
And so while I think that's the right direction to move in, I understand why we're still where we are right now.
Well, what do you think of what we're doing? Do you think we should be showing people this and asking them to cut out meat and animal products?
Yeah, this is... So, this sounds a little strange, but I used to have a big problem with hunting. And I don't hunt. I know people who do hunt. And I see that as maybe a better approach now than doing this. Someone who doesn't hunt, but they go off and buy burgers or go to McDonald's, they're supporting a pretty brutal industry.
Right.
Whereas, someone who hunts, they still have to go out there. Hopefully they kill the animal quickly. Bow hunting. No, there's
a little bit
argument
brutal
there.
So are you just against the pain that the animal experiences while dying, or are you against the concept of unnecessary killing in the first place?
Both, I'd say. Definitely the pain of the animal dying, why this cow has to be going through this when it could be done, much more quickly.
Well, the reason we show this video is it does show the quickest way. Yeah. Leah, thanks again for all your advice, and
You're welcome.
keep it coming.
Of course. Have a good day.
You too. So that last video showed the quickest, most humane way to kill a cow.
Right.
But of course they don't do it right away once they put her in the chamber. So
yeah.
Have you ever considered giving up dairy and eggs as well?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like my eggs, I go to the farmer's market and do it that way. Dairy, Yeah, well, dairy in Canada, there's no real way of going straight from the producer to
Yeah.
get it.
Well, the thing about dairy is that no matter how nice the farmer wants to be, the milk is only made once the cow gives birth to a calf, and it's made for the calf. So they always have to take the calf away from the mother in order to produce milk. And I believe that there are dairy farms where the farmers do care.
Right.
It's just their way of life, and they've been doing it for so long that the thought of changing is difficult for them.
Yeah.
But you can't do these things without separating mothers from their calves, without killing the male calves, because what else do you do with them?
Yep.
With eggs, the reason I stopped eating eggs is because I found out what they do to the male chicks that are born in the hatcheries, the ones that don't lay eggs.
Yep.
And they don't even get big enough to produce meat. So they will kill those the same day they're born.
Right.
Either they'll gas them or they'll throw them in an industrial grinder.
Yep.
And I still ate eggs for a few years actually, after I knew that, until someone told me that I don't need to. I can get all the nutrients. I can get B12 straight from the source, from the bacteria that produces it.
Right.
And again, I mean, there are small egg farmers. There are small, really nice-looking family-run farms, but they always get their eggs from places like this. I mean, from these hatcheries.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're taking on a big system.
Yeah.
For sure. The system that's been in place for a very long
Yeah.
time. So I
Well,
appreciate what you're doing.
Yeah. I'm not confident enough to think that I can take on this whole system. I don't ever think that I'll see the day where this doesn't happen anymore. In fact, I might accept that I will always see the system grow, that every year I live, this will become bigger and worse every single year. The only reason I'm out here showing people this is because every single person, every individual who goes vegan spares a few thousand animals from this fate.
Right.
And so I've given up on system change. At this point, I'm just asking for individual change, because it's both the individual that makes the choice and the individual animal that might be saved from something like this.
Yep.
For everybody that does that. So after all that, do you think going vegan is something that you would do?
Yeah, I don't think it's something I could do tomorrow.
Mhm.
You know, I'd have to understand, you know,
Yeah.
what do I cook?
It's a
Where
big
do I
change.
get that food?
So on these cards here, do I have the cards? I thought I had the cards. So we have two different resources on these cards. There's vegan22.com, which is what we've been using for a while, but there's a new one that somebody just made right here in Vancouver, the Vegan Boot Camp.
Yep.
Both of these are personalized one-on-one support for how to transition to veganism. You tell them where you live, what your dietary preferences are, if you have any food allergies, and it's like both a guide and a community for making that change. And the reason it's 22 days is because we say that the first 22 days of veganism are hard, but being vegan, once you have been doing it for a while, is like second nature.
Yeah.
Like when I go into a grocery store, I don't even see the meat and the eggs. I don't see that as food anymore. I only see the beans, the lentils, the fruits and vegetables.
Okay.
So
Cool. Well,
yeah.
thanks for that.
Yeah. What's your name?
Spencer.
Spencer, I'm Michael.
Nice to meet you.
So is it okay if we put this video online?
Yeah. That's
Okay,
fine.
great. Well, the Compassion Experiment, that's what this is called. If you find us on Facebook, I'll try to upload this tonight.
Okay.
Okay?
Sounds
Thanks a
good.
lot.
Thank you.